It seems like the activity is based around people who are pretty familiar with this location. The volunteers here really have a lot to do with the activity. And so because of that, we want to bring them in so that they can actually try to interact with these spirits. We need to somehow instigate some sort of activity and get some answers. What we're going to do now is call the spirit box session that we do. And basically, the idea is that I'm going to be listening to the spirit box with a blindfold on. We also set the tripwire up around me to see if these react at all while we're doing that. Adam will lead you guys, but you guys will all ask questions. I'm just going to say whatever I hear. I'm not going to know what you're saying. Well, we'll see how it goes. All right, here we go.
If there's anybody here with us, my friend Amy has a box that you can communicate through. And we're gonna ask that you speak into that box, and then she's going to relay the messages. Do you recognize anyone in this? What's going on?
Ken.
I was gonna say, do you recognize anyone who works in this building? But Ken is not here, so that's weird.
You liar.
What are we lying about?
It's getting chilly over here.
Listen, this may be really intense for you because you've never been able to reach out to them. So if you could explain yourself, that's going to help us help you.
Are any of the older stewards here still trying to control you guys?
Will Cage, are you here, yes or no? We all
Are you listening?
I am listening. We are all listening.
Think of us.
Okay.
We do often.
Quite
Every day.
often.
I mean it.
What else could they do here to remember you? What do you think? Because they do a lot.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Do you?
Gratitude. We had a garden.
Was there a garden here?
There were several.
Definitely.
Yes. This was a
full
working farm.
Yes, Matt.
Holy.
Sure.
Oh my
That was
God.
perfect.
I mean, yeah, that was weird.
Garden. They caught them.
Did someone ruin your garden one time and they got caught, and so you want a new one?
Yes.
Okay.
What are we doing?
If you're just coming in,
I don't always stay here.
okay, you don't. See how her voice changed? She's like mimicking what she's hearing. It sounds female, it sounds young.
Never. Who is that? You.
My name is Adam.
Get back.
Okay. Who's talking now?
Amy.
Yes. Amy is talking. Anything else you want to say before I tap her out?
Ooh, I was just about to be like,
Yeah, I saw
okay, I'm done. Oh. Okay, so I heard multiple voices. Some of them very clearly speaking, some of them not able to speak as well. Some of them, it sounded like they were talking to each other.
You know, we found out some really interesting information. Also, the thanks that was given to them for what they were doing was very clear. It was like, we thank you for doing what you were doing.
We knew we had to get you all in here, so thank you.
Oh, thank you guys. I really appreciate
Very
you guys bringing us in for this.
Yes.
Of course.
The energy shifted for us once we brought the volunteers in, and they were in the space with us. It was almost like, oh, you know those guys. But so far, we have not encountered anything that is malicious or negative or violent or things that would have caused the activity that they are afraid of, like Will Cage. At this point, we do not know if his spirit is in the building, and we have to keep pushing to try to figure out what is causing the violent activity. So we should assess, right? What's happening?
Yes, I did a little like initial research. So the story of that fire is so much more awful than you can even imagine. The husband had gone to Chicago and he was driving back. And so the kids and the mom, they were also excited that their daddy was coming home because this was like December 21st, that they all bundled up together and they were all sleeping in the living room together. So they found them all in the basement because it collapsed inside and they found all their bodies in the basement.
Oh, God.
Which is the only original part of this building.
Oh, my God.
Terrible. And that story is so tragic.
Hopefully we'll find out more information.
Gotta get in that basement.
Yeah. Ready?
All right. Yep.
I mean, we're surrounded by the foundation at this point. So I think when we got to where you are sitting right now,
Yeah, this is where.
that's where that huge sound happened.
I think we should try the spirit box. There's a whole binder of history on the family that you can refer to if I go under.
Mm-hmm. So listen, so what we're about to do is, this device in my hand is gonna cycle through frequencies, right? And the idea is that you can use this to manipulate it and speak to my friend Amy. She's gonna be listening through headphones.
So right now what we're doing is we're gonna do the spirit box experiment, but this time we're going to try to play the feed externally as well so that you know, Adam can actually hear what I'm hearing at the same time, just to see if any of these voices that come through actually match up audibly, because we're very curious if this is something we're actually hearing or if this is kind of a psychic phenomenon. Well, here goes something new. You ready?
Yep. I'm gonna read something, and if you recognize any of these things that I'm talking about, please speak through this device and let us know, okay? At 2 o'clock in the morning on December 20th, 1965, just 5 days before Christmas, a flash fire broke out in the Brendan home. That was here, right? Was that fire here?
Can you look? In hell.
There was somebody down here earlier that did not want to speak to us. That was very adamant that we not be in this space. What the was that?
Was that us?
That was this door.
What? No.
Yeah, that was this door. Who banged on the door upstairs?
I told them.
What did you tell them? Did you have anything to do with the fire?
I'm going crazy.
I'm a little distracted by that. I know it might be very difficult for you to talk about, but we need answers. Did that fire in November bring you here?
I came with them.
You came with... With who? Who did you come with? Are you part of the family that died in the fire? Yes or no? Who's down here? Is there somebody bad down here? Should we be worried? I'm just not getting any sense that there's somebody down here involved in that family fire. Who's down here? Who are you? Can you tell me who you are? Anything else you want to say? Anything at all?
All right.
So what did you think?
I didn't feel like that was doing anything.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. Something was coming through, right? But none of it, anytime I talked about the fire, like at first, I was like reading about the fire and it was something or somebody was reacting to it a little bit. I could get no specifics out of them. I couldn't get a name. I didn't know who was telling me. And I didn't get a sense that we were speaking with anyone that died in that fire or was involved in that fire.
I think that kind of hidden energy that Chip picked up on down here has always been there and always been here because that was such a profound moment.
It was hard to piece together. It was really hard to piece together.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. That's a good thing in a way because we didn't get the kids coming through, which is huge. We do not want the kids to come through. I have to say that hearing the story of those children is heart-wrenching as a mother. You just cannot help but think of your own kid in that situation. And I don't want this house to be haunted by those kids and their mommy. We were doing the spirit box experiment. Not much was coming through. As much as we want answers, sometimes when there's nothing, it means there's no answers to give. I know that the people who work here think the kids are here, but it could be any kids, number one, but it also could be that they want what's here to be the kids so bad they're putting that face on it to make themselves feel better about the activity. So I have some history about the house up and ready to go. And yeah, I'll just ask questions and
I'm sitting in Alan's chair where he would sit all the time. She's done some research of things that I do not know. I'm gonna use the spirit box. Maybe he will communicate through the spirit box.
All right, so Alan, if you're here, my friend Adam is listening to the radio.
Calm down.
I'm pretty calm, I would say. I just want to know if you're there. Do you have anything you want to say to Barb? We can tell her.
Alan? That was a female voice.
I'm guessing Alan. If you're not Alan, we still want to speak with you. If there's anyone else here who's non-living, whose house this is, feel free to say something. Can you tell us your name?
You mean me?
Yes, I do mean you. Whoever you are. You can tell me your name. But we were looking for Alan, but we're really looking for anyone here who isn't living any longer. Yost? Are there any of the Yost family here? What year did you live here? Do you remember a happy time?
I up.
Okay. How did you up?
This is Adam talking. This is the weirdest thing, but I feel like my headphones are like being either moved backward, like someone has their hands here, and like they're pushing right here. It's so weird. It's so slight, but I know it's being like touched or something.
You don't need to touch the headphones. He's just literally hearing what's coming through that little radio. So when you talk, somehow your voice becomes part of the radio frequency, and we can sometimes hear you.
God does evil things.
So are you trying to blame the church or God on how you up? Is that what it is?
I don't. Forgot to get approval. the whole time.
What kind of approval were you looking for?
Whoa! I'm sorry, that's up. I'm sorry, what is that sound?
I can hear it.
It's just really weird. Interference thing that I've never heard before. It just freaks me out because I was like, I don't know what this is. Well, let's try it again and see.
Okay, let's again.
Here.
There's a Bible from the Yost family found in the attic. Why was that Bible left here?
I kind of like it.
You like the Bible or you like what we're doing?
It's the dad's fault.
It's the dad's fault. You know, you're giving me some...
You know...
Look. You can clearly talk to me, so can you just please tell me what's happening? What I do is I look for ghosts.
Occult. Dark. Magic.
Do you think what we're doing here is evil? Do you think this is...
Yeah, they are.
Oh, something just dawned on me. When Alan died, the women here started doing more.
Keep going.
Yeah. They started doing more.
Do it again.
Occult things, didn't they? They started tarot. They started looking for ghosts. That wasn't here before, was it? Okay, I think I understand what's happening here. All right. You could not wait to get that thing off. Come on.
Girl.
Go to confession.
I mean, let me just say what I'm getting the sense of before.
Yeah, and then I'll tell you.
I was speaking to somebody who seemed very religious.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna say it in a weird way.
Just say it.
Before, when they couldn't have all of these things in the house, it seemed like they were cool.
Uh-huh.
And as soon as Alan died, they brought all these like magic things and tarot cards, and they're like, no, what is this?
That is literally what I just said.
No!
Yeah, it's did I not just say that? That's exactly what I just said.
That is exactly what I felt. It wasn't one specific, singular person.
No. Well, so here's the thing. Like, I can't tell if who we're talking to is Alan because this person won't answer.
Right, yeah.
Someone in this house seems to be very upset. So we're wondering if whoever is here took issue with a family dabbling in the occult. So I think next steps are try to figure out exactly who this is, research. We still have Chip doing his walkthrough, which could, give us some insight.
We're going to get him in the space and see what he picks up.
We are back at the Valley Camp, and we are getting ready for another night of investigation here. We have called in our friend John Tenney to help us out. We want to use the spirit box, and because Tenney doesn't have a ton of backstory here, he's not been involved in any of our research, we're going to put him under with the spirit box and the blindfold and the headphones. This is kind of it. We've got to wrap this up and figure out who this person is who is making women uncomfortable, and to see if we can get any answers out of whoever is here.
Obviously, this is a memorial. We have to keep that in mind, but it's definitely very different at night to see this life raft that was ripped in half, to see the names, to see how much this community still mourns the loss of the Edmund Fitzgerald. So we're gonna have to obviously be very respectful and reach out to whoever wants to talk about it.
I'm gonna sit right here.
I'm putting out the paranormal tripwire. I'm gonna put these around you. That way, if anything gets into your area, it'll go off. Is there somebody that's following Amy around the ship? Someone that likes to follow women around the ship?
The man.
Who is the man? Is this someone that's not you? Are you the man?
Who was that?
This is Amy talking right now.
Who's that?
My name is Adam. What is your name? Can you tell us your name?
I don't.
You don't want to tell us your name? We're talking, we're very near the lifeboat.
Don't stop.
We're not stopping. We're near the lifeboat for the Edmund.
Don't stop. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Is this new for you? It probably is.
It's us. All
of you. Where are you from?
so many. Don't stop.
We're not stopping.
Have you listened?
We're always listening, but we can actually hear you this time. Why are you here?
Stuck. We're down.
Yeah, you are down.
Are you associated with the Edmund Fitzgerald, yes or no? Are you associated with another shipwreck?
It's over there.
Here's the problem.
Yeah, we do.
There are 30,000 people who have died in these lakes.
I know.
In shipwrecks. So until we get definitive, any confirmation, it could be anyone.
Right, that's what I'm saying. He's like, we're all down here, like all of you, 30,000
There's all
of
of
you.
them.
Yes.
Literally, it sounds like a conglomerate of all of the...
All of it.
All of them. Like, literally, it's as if this memorial serves as a memorial for all of the ships.
There are so many like you.
People remember all of those shipwrecks, not just this one. You aren't forgotten.
There's a lot of stuff in here associated with these shipwrecks.
Right, that's what
And
I'm
I
saying.
think that any of these lost souls are kind of drawn to this place. Like, it could be anyone.
The man.
But
Yeah.
the man, now that's what we really need to get to the bottom of. Who's
Who
the
is
man?
that?
Are you getting it?
I'm trying to get it.
Okay.
What can we do to get the man's attention?
Good stuff.
What kind of good stuff can we do to get the man's attention? What do you...
I can.
Can you get his attention now?
What was that?
I don't know, it was a loud...
What was that? That was
clang.
like loud. Let's get John out of this.
We want to tell you what happened, but we want to go this way first.
Yeah.
Did you just turn that
this
off?
off.
Yeah, just bring the camera and then come with us. I mean, it all leads back to this weird area.
I know. Wait.
Who's back here? Is the man back here?
Looking for the man.
Nobody's telling us your name.
So basically, John, the vibe we got from your spirit box moment was, it wasn't necessarily the Edmund Fitzgerald crew, but it was definitely people who lost their lives in the lake, almost like a collective of them.
Conglomerate.
Like, they were like, they couldn't tell us their names. They couldn't, they just sounded lost. They're like, we're down here, you know, that kind of thing.
I was constantly hearing, we're stuck.
We're
like
stuck.
over and over and over and
stuck.
over again.
And the reality is that thousands of people lost their lives in these lakes. And as soon as we started talking about certain things, we started hearing bangs out here. And then we heard a really gruff male voice, like a huh.
Yeah, because you kept talking about the man. But
The man.
that person did not want to talk about the man, and we don't know what his name is.
The man just keeps telling us.
Like I know, just remembering, like there was a point where I like literally was putting my head down.
Yeah.
Like I was getting so sad and frustrated.
Yeah, you kept saying, don't stop. Get it, don't stop. We're stuck.
Is this your house?
Did it say yes?
Uh-huh.
I said yes.
Uh-huh.
Did you know Donald or Everett Hobbs? Who did a Hobbs farm? Have you ever seen a child that's like you here?
Yes, it's answers, but it's almost like they're having trouble coming through in that way.
It might be a spirit box moment.
Okay, this is crazy because I hate what I'm standing in right now. Like, it's creeping me out. But what if I put on the spirit box, blindfold, everyone leave?
Yeah.
We have a walkie down here. You can ask questions because you know all the information that I don't
Right.
know. And then see if anything sparks or picks up in the area.
I agree. Maybe if you're down here by yourself listening to the spirit box, whoever's here will feel less intimidated and feel more likely to answer questions. Yeah, okay. All right, so I'm gonna head up and I will get some information pulled to ask questions.
Okay, great. If there's anyone here, my friend Amy is upstairs and she is going to ask you questions through this radio. If you want to answer, you can use this other radio and answer, and I'm going to relay the messages. Okay? Okay, I just want to say this is pretty nerve-wracking. I mean, my God, what are we doing?
Can you tell me what your name is, please?
Yes, please.
And go ahead and introduce yourself. My name is Amy.
Explain.
What we're doing right now is you are able to talk through my friend Adam because he's using a radio that can form your words for you.
Amy, I can already tell you that, you know how sometimes when we do this and we get the feelings, that is immediately happening. It's like an overwhelming sadness for some reason.
Who is there with my friend Adam? Is it a member of the Hobbs family? Did you know Everett Hobbs? Was there an accident, maybe, that you were involved in?
Whoever's in here with me, can you please just talk to Amy? Right now, you're just, I don't know what you're trying to do, but just talk. Oh, God, something just touched me.
I actually heard him get touched. I heard it on his microphone.
Oh, God, something just touched me.
He's probably freaking out right now, and I feel bad that he's down there by himself. Do you know Kimberly and Jamie? Do you know Colton? Do you ever go into Colton's room?
Yes,
Well, you do know Colton.
I go yesterday. I feel like I'm literally vibrating. And I don't know, this is probably the weirdest spirit box because I don't feel like they're saying much, but I feel like there are, oh!
Yeah, we need to get him out.
I swear to God, something is on top of me. Whoever's in here, do not touch me. God.
It's me. It's me. It's me.
Holy
It's me. I was like, we gotta stop this. That's enough. That is enough.
That is the most up,
Yeah.
like it wasn't talking at all, but I could not. They were
No.
like somebody was on top of me
Right.
the whole time.
Yeah.
And it was like, at first I was really sad, and then it just turned into like, that was up, girl.
Yeah, I know. That's why, let's get you out of here and we'll go talk about upstairs.
Okay.
Here. Okay.
Whoever you are, damn, you changed the energy. Oh my God. We use the spirit box in a lot of different ways. And when we dive into the experiment, a lot of different things can happen. You can get information, you can get feelings, sometimes you get visuals. And in this specific experiment, the feelings were very, very intense. They were overwhelming at times. Yes, a couple of times some words came through, but mostly it was affecting how I felt. At first I was really sad, and then there came a point where somebody was on top of me. It's not a good feeling at all. It's violating. It is anxiety-inducing. It is terrifying. If this is just a small percentage of what the family is feeling on a daily basis, I wouldn't want to live here either, honestly. I would not want to live here at all. We were basically focusing on Mayor Mancini because he's such a force. We thought, you know, it was probably him. We're gonna have to switch our focus, right, to Mr. Hopkins, the teacher. And we're gonna have to ask him questions. I think I may bring out the original spirit box, the Frank's box, and do an experiment with that because it might be easier for him to communicate through it. Last night we weren't speaking directly to Mr. Hopkins and we got no other information. So now, tonight, if we speak directly to him, plead our case, tell him why we're here and what we're doing, maybe he will actually talk to us.
I'm looking for Mr. Hopkins.
It's me.
Okay, good. I'm glad that you're here and you're talking. I appreciate it.
Over your shoulder.
You're over my shoulder. You don't have to stay there. You can move and look at me if you want. I hope you're not trying to creep me out because I don't really get creeped out that easily. Do you remember this? Can you see this? Well, here over my shoulder. Can you, this
Help me.
Okay. What do you need help with? We're happy to help you. I'm sorry, sometimes I forget that it's not common for someone like you to be able to talk to us. So what do you need?
That's it.
Yes. What do you need help with?
Is that a camera?
Yes, there's multiple cameras. This is going to be on television. Are you okay with this being on television?
It would be nice.
Everyone here at the library is well aware of your contributions here.
Forgotten. Breathe.
You know, I meet a lot of people like you who are worried about being forgotten.
Sacrifice.
I think you probably sacrificed a lot for this library. You stayed in that little library for a long time.
Legacy.
There is a bit of legacy involved. I do think that you have a legacy here. Do you feel like maybe you're not being recognized as much as you'd hoped? I think everyone here...
That's it.
That's it. Do you see this room? It's filled with your books. These are all your things. This is dedicated to you.
What is this room used for besides the history room? I mean, can you pull books from this collection and look at
If people come in, if students come in and they're doing research, we do have a key that will open up those doors and they can sit here. No one's really used it like that in a while.
That's how you live forever.
It's all him.
No, it's not all him.
Unacceptable. But angry.
This lit up right when I said he was angry.
Following you.
Okay, no, you don't get to follow me, but, hey, you're allowed to be angry. It's all very fair. Your feelings are valid. It's fair, and we're gonna fix it. We'll let them know. Do you understand? We'll let them know, and we'll make sure that people know your contribution here.
He's selfish.
Okay, well, we're not gonna get into name calling. Maybe he didn't realize, or maybe it didn't occur to him.
It's a pissing party.
Okay. Hey, Mr. Hopkins.
Whoever.
Yeah.
Or not.
Yeah, I get it. Are you gonna let us fix it, or are you gonna continue being angry? Listen, I know you're a no-nonsense guy.
Need a change.
Yes, we are gonna make a change, okay? I know you're no nonsense. I know you get it. You can sit here and keep complaining about it, or you can let us fix it. Are you gonna let us fix it? Or
Work through the issue.
Yes, that's what I thought. Okay. So let's work through the issue.
He's a carny.
Okay. He's really angry. He's finally got a voice. And he's not gonna let it go. Okay, hey. Do you want to keep venting? I'm happy to let you keep going. Or can I please let Adam...
Payments are going to be made.
Okay, yeah. I think I'm gonna let you go. Can you touch him, Georges? I can't reach him.
That's a stop, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Mr. Hopkins is pissed.
Okay.
He's pissed. He's so mad. He won't let it go. That was so right on, though. Like, literally just having a conversation.
What?
And literally, it was like, I was like, Mr. Hopkins, are you here? And you were like, it's me. I'm over your shoulder. You were talking about legacy and not being remembered. You were angry. So, I mean, here's the thing. He got his voice out last night, and now he won't shut up. So she's gonna have to really make an effort to recognize him in some way. He feels like Mr. Mancini is getting all the credit when he did all that work in the first place, even though he never saw the library come to fruition. You know, he really was the one who sounded the alarm that they needed a new library in the first place. Yeah. But he clearly is feeling scorned in the whole deal. And the weird thing is Steph knew it. She knew it the whole time. It was the first thing she said to us. The things started acting up when they moved him in here with all of Hopkins' stuff.
Right.
Okay, well, we know what we need to tell her. So I guess let's cut that out and we'll get our evidence together to show her tomorrow. I think Adam and I made the same mistake probably a lot of people make, is we just had this laser focus on the most prominent person associated with this building, which is Mayor Mancini. What it didn't occur to us was that they were moving the bust into a room filled with the artifacts of someone else who had a lot to do with this library and was suddenly feeling as though he wasn't getting kind of the recognition that he deserved.
Amy and I had come up here to Lex's bedroom because they say a lot of the activity comes from here. They've heard voices from here. She's gonna listen to the Frank's box, which is the original spirit box. She's gonna be blindfolded. I'm gonna ask questions. She's gonna say whatever she hears from the spirit box. We have every single piece of equipment out around her. I mean, we're pulling out all the stops to find out what's going on in this space, really.
Whoever's in this space who's non-living, there's some limits here. I don't need you touching me, but you can talk. Whatever you need to say, you can say it.
Headphones
Hold on, it's
on.
only...
If there's anyone in here, please use that device to talk to my friend Amy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, we have a lot of equipment here to try to contact you. We need to know who you are. So this might be crazy, but we have to do crazy to get your attention. Any of these boxes can be touched. Any of the lights can be touched, just like that. Good.
It's not me.
Oh, that's not you? How many of you are on the other side?
It's Michael. He's so bad. I liked him better before.
So, I'm assuming you knew each other when you both were living. That went off all around her. Okay, so I'm gonna take that as a yes. Did you both live
He
in...
did it.
Oh, he made it go off. He made the lights go off. Okay. Can you tell me what your name is so that I can at least address you properly?
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth. Is that who's been talking to us? Elizabeth?
I'm going.
No, 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 no. Don't go. Don't go, don't go, don't go. So Michael and...
It gets me.
Yeah, Michael and Elizabeth. And Michael's, it seems to be like he's causing issues for you.
Family.
Yeah, family.
Family.
The word family is coming into mind. Take a really close look at family, living, and dead.
Yeah, family issues for you, right? On the other side. Makes no sense.
Wow.
It's going off again. Does sometimes your arguments on the other side blend into this living family, Melissa and Abby and her family? Does it bleed into their space and they see you sometimes and hear you sometimes?
You got us. Don't forget us.
Trust me, I'm not gonna forget you. Did you both live in this house at one point? I'm assuming. We just want to know why you're...
I worked to pieces.
You worked very hard, didn't you, for this house?
Corn.
That's going off. That whole thing is just going off.
We grew cattle.
I think... that whole thing went off.
Bastards.
No. I think you meant you grew corn and you raised cattle, right? What can we do for you?
Are we a specimen?
Okay. Is there somebody else here now? The male. Is he the one making everyone feel uncomfortable? Poking people, touching people, moving objects?
It's the best.
It might be the best for you. Do you like confrontation? Is that what you thrive off of, confrontation? They don't want to be scared anymore in their house. They don't... Oh, that was a lot. They don't want to be scared in their house anymore. You cannot treat the family the way you've been treating them. Whoever's doing it. I don't know who's doing it.
Adam, it just like stopped. It just like stopped. It's not talking anymore.
What?
It's just weird because I'm just sitting there and I'm like...
Yeah, they stopped talking.
It was just gone.
We were having a full-on conversation.
Really?
Farmers.
Right.
I'm getting original family vibes.
Okay.
Elizabeth was a name, Michael was a name. The female was very polite and nice.
Mm-hmm.
The man stepped in at one point, and he was not nice. He said that this was Are we specimens?
That's when it shut down.
Right.
That was like the last thing.
It was as if what it feels like is their family drama is like bleeding into this environment. I feel like we have something to tell the family, but we obviously still have a lot of work to do.
We do. Night 2 definitely feels a lot more solid than night 1 and informational. We got Michael and Elizabeth, and now we're just trying to figure out who these people are and how they're affiliated with the house. I know as soon as I get home tonight, I am going to start researching those names and anything that could have happened in this area that involved the names Michael and or Elizabeth. I want to listen to this real quick.
I'm well aware that if this is Nancy, you are a psychologist.
Lit up again.
That's what you
Nancy.
do. So I don't think this family's had cheaters out there. Like, I think that they kind of remember that season by season.
Yes, they did.
Or they did not?
I don't think this family's had cheaters out there. Like, I think that they kind of remember that season by season.
They did not. very clear they did not have bird feeders. Well, we got a lot of this, but then the biggest reaction was about the bird feeder. They did not have a bird feeder.
Right. But also, we got a Nancy, or what I thought was Nancy.
Mm-hmm. It's lighting up again.
Yeah.
What if we do the spirit box?
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like they want to give information, but maybe this just isn't giving them enough. Like, they can't say enough with this, but maybe the spirit box might work better.
Yeah, my question is though, do we do it in here, or do we just do it in the living room? That's the central location. It's
That's
usually
fine.
where we have family meetings.
Yeah. All right, so Adam is going under right now. We're gonna do the spirit box experiment here and see if we can make contact with Nancy. I've got some research ready, and we'll see who talks to us. Here? You're here? Okay, good.
Because of the thing.
What do you mean by because of the thing? What are you referring to exactly?
You knew it.
I don't actually. That's why I'm trying to talk to you. I'm trying to figure out why you're here and who you are.
She was a therapist, right? Just now I was like, I need to lay down.
So how long have you been here? Is this Nancy?
No boundaries.
Who has no boundaries? Are you looking to not be heard? Are you looking to be left alone?
Don't look.
Don't look at what?
Who is she?
My name is Amy, and I am a paranormal investigator. I look for ghosts.
I do. Damn, it's hard.
If Nancy's here, I heard you had a heart attack. I don't know if that's true.
It's frustrating, isn't it? The family tries.
It's frustrating in the sense that we want to know
Trouble
how...
communicating.
Yeah, there's a lot of trouble communicating.
So keep going.
Well, I would, but I need you to actually converse with me. So can you tell me what your name is, just for starters? Okay, great. So what is your name? I think it's Nancy.
I just got touched.
Is this you trying to scare us?
I don't have to. I'm sorry. As not a parent.
Is that part of the reason why you haven't moved on?
I wish I could.
Oh, you can't? Why can't you? What's stopping you?
When we know, we'll go.
Oh, I see. So you just don't feel right about leaving just yet. Like you're not ready. And you're not in any rush because you don't feel like there's anybody waiting for you? Is that what it is?
We'll go.
You'll go? Are you realizing now maybe you're making the family nervous?
I have final words.
Okay, what are they? Please, I would love to hear them.
I miss it.
What do you miss?
Life. My life before I was in the ground. With memories
I know.
of the birds.
Jesus.
The world is wide.
I know.
Love is strong. Tell them
Yeah?
they don't need to be afraid.
Ooh. Okay.
Those are the words. Now I'm gonna stop.
All right, Nancy. Hey, thank you. I appreciate you.
Oh my God.
I asked her, I'm like, why aren't you moving on? And she's like, I miss it. And she says, life, my life. And I'm like, what do you miss most? And she's like, before I was in the ground, dead. Like that was exactly what she said.
God bless.
And then I was like, and when she said, with memories of the birds, and then,
oh my God.
I know, I'm telling you.
Oh my God, this profound,
I
like,
know.
ridiculousness.
And then she says, I have final words. Tell them they don't need to be afraid. Those are the words. Now I'm going to stop.
No, yeah. I didn't hear anything after that.
Okay, you have a moment?
Yeah, I mean, please.
No, she just, I swear, every time we do these, it's like the same thing. It's like, they're always like regretful. I can't stress to people enough, like you have to live your life well. Because if you pay too much attention to like extraneous, you're gonna end up like this, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, I totally what you're saying.
So I just.
That's insane. That's a profound.
Thanks, Nancy.
Yeah, Nan.
Appreciate you.
So this is the SLS footage from upstairs.
Because we already are aware that the spirits in this town.
That's me.
Okay, wait.
Oh.
Look at this. That.
The sheer stature of that anomaly matches up so much with A, what they say the Undertaker looks like here, and B, with what we've encountered up the street at the orphanage.
Yes.
Right up the street.
Yes.
That
looks just like it.
Just like it, and interacts the same way.
Yeah, if you notice how tall it is, remember we said it was very, very tall.
And so here's something to really think about. They do ghost tours almost every single night, and one of their stops is at that building where we captured that phenomenon.
Yeah.
We've also experienced firsthand that these spirits are aware of each other in all these different buildings and move around. And so what if this is the same spirit we interacted with at the orphanage?
The first word I got was children.
Okay. Real talk, that orphanage is like a block away.
Yeah, I have an idea. So if we can get into the orphanage, right, to investigate, what if we planted some sort of like word? Just say, hey, we're gonna give you a word. If you can come over to the orphanage and say that word for us, and we'll know that you actually are traveling around.
We can try it. My only concern is that I don't think he's here all the time. And I feel like it's worth investigating whether this is the same spirit moving from place to place. So,
yeah.
All right, well, let's get moving.
We need to draw him out. We need to attempt to give the Undertaker a password here to repeat back to us at the orphanage. Since we're not sure the Undertaker is in this building all the time, the spirit box should help us not only make contact, but also make sure it's the Undertaker we're talking to.
If there's anyone in here who is non-living, it doesn't matter who you are. My name is Adam and this is Amy. These are our friends. If you talk out loud, my friend may be able to hear you with a device she's holding in her hand. All you have to do is...
Who?
You. All you have to do is talk to Amy through that device.
Who's Amy?
So this is Amy. This is my friend Amy. Here, she's listening. Our friend Mark
We're inside.
Okay. What is your name?
You need to move that.
Are you talking about this?
The books.
There evidently was a woman who's lived in this space at some point in time who is still possessive of this space.
That makes sense.
Mrs. Kitzmiller, is this you?
This is Amy. I smelled like a weird perfume randomly.
Is the Undertaker a bad person? Do you know?
Where are you going?
Were you talking to us or were you talking to somebody else? Obviously, we know who's in the house, but what we don't know is the guy that they're calling the Undertaker. He's really tall, he has sunken in cheeks, he's wearing what an undertaker would wear. Are you aware of this person? He's up. This is going off.
All of you.
You're aware of all of us.
All of you.
We're trying to help out Kayla. She lives upstairs. She works here. She says she sees what she calls the Undertaker, a gentleman who's very tall. Do you know who that is?
I'm following you.
Okay. This is definitely a different person than we were just talking to. So who is this now? Who am I talking to now? Could you tell me what your name is? What is your name?
I'm all right.
Okay, well,
I said.
Listen, I know you might not want to tell me your name, but we're trying to figure out who is the one they call the Undertaker. Who is that? Whoever this is who's gonna follow us, we're gonna go to the orphanage, and I want to give you something that you can say when we're over there. How about you say the word purple? That just lit up. Remember that the password, the word you're gonna tell me when we get over there and I ask for it, is purple. Do you understand? Anything else? I don't think anything else is happening.
Thank you. So?
At first, somebody was talking, and then you said something about the rules not being followed, right? It's Mrs. Kitzmiller, is what I think.
Yeah.
I asked about an undertaker. Then she bows out, right? So I asked again, when that happened, it changed to a completely different person. And then you were like, I follow you. And I was like, hey, look, you follow us, great. We are gonna go over to the orphanage. Whoever you are, here's the password. And I gave him the password.
Right.
And I said, you're gonna tell it to us when we get over there. So it'll be really interesting to see if it comes up when we get over there.
All right, well, let's pack all this up. Adam actually gave the Undertaker a password or a code word. This is an experiment that we have done before in the past with some success. So I think tomorrow night we'll go back to the orphanage and see if we can confirm if this tall spirit is the same spirit that we encountered there years ago.